back. Today I thought we'd delve into the world of desserts, and you know, the Italians, they were really good on their desserts. So we got what we call a Panna Cotta. Essentially it is a dairy-based gelatin that they use to, well, flavor up anything. It's very similar to a Bavarian or what we would call that that neon colored, fruit flavored, sugar laden stuff. You know what I'm talking about. So first thing we do is have a sip of coffee. And we need to get our gelatin blooming. Now we're going to use plain gelatin here. You can get it from most stores will have it. Either your supermarkets or the big box stores will all have it. We're going to start off with a cup of milk. And we're going to throw it in this pan. But first thing we do before we start cooking, and we are going to cook this a little bit, we need to get a packet of gelatin. This is unflavored gelatin, 1/4 ounce of gelatin. Gelatin has to bloom. So we're just going to sprinkle this over the milk. Try to get it as even as you can. And we're just going to let it sit for about 5 minutes. Very simple. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes. The big thing we got to do with the gelatin, of course, is bloom it, which is what we just did. What that does is it hydrates the gelatin granules, so that way we can melt it. So let's turn on the heat, put it on low. Well, medium. And we need to dissolve this gelatin up. Now be careful when you're cooking dairy on a stovetop. It has a habit of, well, getting away from you. So while we're waiting for that to warm up, remember, like, share, subscribe, smash the notifications, leave a comment. Just press all the buttons down there, okay? Except for the dislike. We don't like the dislike. We dislike the dislike. But yeah, big thing, go ahead and share this. You know, throw that on your social media platform, stuff like that. Let's get my name out there, and I need your help to do that. Please, and thank you. So this is starting to warm up a bit. We'll start giving it a stir, and we're going to melt this gelatin into the milk. So we want to make sure that the gelatin is completely melted before we start adding other stuff into there. It'll only take a minute. We'll give that another minute. Next ingredient to go in there is cream. That's what I got right here. It also takes, I've got 2 cups of cream. Also going to take, let's see, a half cup of sugar. And then flavor. You can throw just about anything in there. Cardamom, cardamom is really good in this. I'm sure you could put like black garlic in there to steep that in, or black cardamom, or chilies. I've seen some desserts with chilies in them. They're good. So I think we're all melted up. Add in the cream. And we're gonna bring this up to temp. Now, of course, one of the best ingredients I know, and traditional, vanilla. Vanilla beans, delicious. So we'll get our sugar in there now while we're talking. There's the sugar, half cup. Now we're gonna split this vanilla bean. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go, there's always gonna be a little bit flat, which is fine. We're gonna take a paring knife and stab it right down the center. And then draw along the end of the bean. Turn it around, down that same thing. And then we've split it. Take your knife and get all those delicious little seeds out of there. And we're gonna throw them in there also. Both sides. Okay, now with these, don't throw them out. They go in the sugar. A lot of flavor, and vanilla sugar is really good. But there's a lot of flavor you're gonna get out of that skin. It's gonna go into your sugar. We'll give this a stir. And we're gonna let this come up to just to the point where it's starting to give out little wisps of steam. We'll keep stirring it because it looks like the vanilla is kind of clumped together. Just not bad, we can fix that. Okay, I'm just starting to see some bubbles form here. So I'm gonna turn this off and let it steep. About 5 minutes. It needs to cool down anyways. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes. Time to strain. May have to do this in 2 batches, that's fine. Looks like I will. At this point, we need to talk about what we're gonna put the panna cotta in. I've got martini glasses. Got these nice little highball glasses. I've got ramekins. So let's start filling them up. There's the martini glasses. Strain a little bit more in. There's the glass, highball glass. Now for the ramekin. I've got just a little bit left. I'm going to just top these off a little bit more. Okay, these go in the refrigerator for 4 hours. 4 hours at least. Overnight, probably better. Oh, hi. So when I was cleaning up, I thought, you know, it might be nice to have something that we can add on to this. Other than the usual garnish of berries and stuff like that. We'll do that. But it might be nice to have something that stands up, gives us some height, gives us maybe a little bit of crunch. So I started looking around my kitchen. Well, actually I started looking at the place that I stash stuff so the family doesn't eat it. I found ginger snaps. Okay, we'll do that. White chocolate. I've got these little toffee ice cream topping. We can make something with this. First thing we need to do, let's smash up some of these cookies. Who says there's no violence in cooking? Good. We want some big chunks, some little chunks. So let's, I've got sheet pan, silicone mat. It's good if you want to be able to get the chocolate off of it. So essentially what we're making here is a bark. It's a little bit big, so is that one. There. Next, we need to melt the white chocolate. We need a bigger bowl than this. I like melting in the microwave. Why? I don't know, I just feel like I've got better control over it. So the important thing, 20 seconds on, stir. Even if it looks exactly like this, stir. And then do that for 20 seconds. Once it starts looking like it's starting to melt, cut it down to 10 seconds in the microwave. I'm gonna get started on that. I'm gonna speed through that. Okay, this is what we've got after 4 20-second segments, and that, of course, is in my microwave. Your microwave could be different. We're just gonna give this a stir and see how it does. Oh, by the way, I like using a chopstick for this. It's more disposable. I don't have to clean it. Plus, the chips don't get stuck on the inside or the belly of like a spoon would. So. Okay, so we're at this point now. I think we need maybe 1 or 2 more. From here on, I'm gonna go 10-second intervals. Okay, 1 10-second interval, and I think we're right where we need to be. So yeah, there's a few lumps in there, a few chunks. I'm not worried about it. It'll be fine. Just give it a stir, and you'll see that those lumps and chunks they're gonna melt into the rest of the white chocolate. So now all we have to do is pour it on, right? Yes and no. I like to make sure that I have somewhat of an even coating, so I'm going to kind of spoon it and do this. This will give it a little bit of texture, make sure I've got somewhat of an even coating. And of course, the only rule as far as this goes is just make sure you keep it on the pan. Oh, by the way, what's this called? A bark. Which, fortunately, you haven't heard Rex do in one of my videos. He wants to, though. It's building up inside of him. But he's a good boy. Okay, to even this out, simple little trick. Again, we start to get violent again with our food. A few smacks, there it is. So let's take these toffee chips, or toffee ice cream topping, and we'll just sprinkle that on. There. All we have to do is let it sit here, cool down, and, well, watch white chocolate solidify. Yeah, I've got a boring life. Oh hey, I've been watching this. This is all set now. All we really gotta do is break it into chunks. And it's a perfect little garnish for our panna cottas. Okay, let's take a look at our panna cottas. They've been in the refrigerator for about 5 hours now. You can tell the sun's setting. See? You can't see it unless I turn the camera around, but trust me, sun's setting. All right. Get the smell of vanilla, got the dairy. Really nice. So let's start dressing these up. So I've got my bark here. Put a little bit right there. I've got a little bit of that toffee candy. Put that there. Good. What else can we do? I've got some fresh mango. Let's just put a little bit of that right there. Hit it with a few raspberries. Now, of course, you're probably going to want to plate this and see if we can pull this out. So, first thing we're going to need is we're going to need some very, very hot water. Okay, we've got our hot water here. We'll just set the ramekin in there. Be careful it doesn't go over the sides. We don't want to water down our panna cotta. Let's just give it a minute. I'm going to take a paring knife and I'm going to run along the sides. Just kind of lifting it away from the sides. Okay. Then we can take a ramekin, flip the plate over, flip it over, and hopefully it'll come out. Not cooperating. There it is. It happens. So let's garnish this. I've got some raspberry sauce. A little bit of raspberry sauce around the bottom. Just a touch on top. Again, we still have the mango here. course, our fresh berries. There we have it. We've got our panna cotta. We've plated it up 3 different ways. This a little more elegant. This kind of, you know, at home. This is probably how we would do it in a restaurant. Okay, this is Chef Terry. Remember, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Smash all the buttons. I'll see you next time.